99.7 DJX. So what was the awkward way you or someone you knew got fired? There was just a story of a tech company who laid off a bunch of employees, and in the email, that was wrong, by the way.
A tech company.
Yeah,
a tech company got an email wrong.
Yeah, they also attached a little cartoon figure of a cute little duck.
Precious.
Yeah, it was precious, right? Do you remember when the CEO, this would have been several years ago, the CEO from like Better.com laid off a bunch of employees like on Zoom?
900.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was like 900. It was 900
on Zoom.
On Zoom.
That's nuts.
Hey, y'all.
How many did they have left? I have no idea about how. It must be a ginormous company.
Must be. But anyways, would love the awkward ways that you or someone you knew got fired.
Madeline, how about this for some Michael Scott from The Office stuff? A VP at my former company heard that she was going to be fired.
Okay.
Her secretary told her that the higher-ups were on their way.
Oh, gosh.
So she told her secretary she was going to the restroom.
Okay.
After waiting for 30 minutes, they had someone check the restroom. The VP never went to the bathroom. She went home to try to avoid being fired.
La, 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 la. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. La, 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 la.
I'm not here. You can't fire me.
Did she escape out the window?
I don't know. I don't know if she was able to evade it for much longer.
How's this for Michael Scott from The Office stuff? That's funny. That's funny. The awkward ways that maybe you or someone you knew got let go. Terry said, once I knew my manager was being fired for doing a terrible job. He decided he wasn't going to come in until around 1:30 that day. I had the president of the company and HR and a few other people come by my desk every 15 minutes asking if he was in yet.
Oh, gosh.
Every time I was like, look, obviously not. Apparently, he had been getting a tan and then went to the gym before coming in. It was a pretty awkward 5 hours.
Well, I better look good if I'm getting the can.
He probably didn't even know. It was just one of those things where they were there to ax him. And this was just this is obvious now why.
This is just one of the many, many reasons why.
Right.
Oh, Kyle, this was my dad's company. The boss goes into the office for one of my dad's coworkers to discuss some kind of technical issue.
Okay.
They disagree about something. It escalates into a screaming match, and the boss fires the coworker on the spot.
Oh, gosh.
Tells him to take his stuff, get out.
Yeah.
The coworker comes back the next morning, just like nothing happened. Nobody's really sure what's going on. And since the boss had to go out of town for a meeting, they can't get a hold of him to ask. Like, did you take that back?
Does anybody know what's going on with Jeff?
He doesn't seem to be causing any problems, though, so they just kind of do their thing and leave him alone. The coworker keeps coming in and doing work. And a couple of days later, the boss walks past his door, does double take.
Oh, my God.
Hey, coworker, did I fire you? Without looking up from his desk, the coworker replies, "You can't fire me. I have too much work to do."
What?
The boss thinks about that for a minute, shrugs, and walks off.
Wow!
Dude kept working there for another couple of years.
Oh my God!
After
that is legit
that's legendary status.
That is a Seinfeld episode.
That's legend.
That is a Seinfeld episode where George Costanza, character on Seinfeld, gets fired from the Yankees, and they're like, "Does anybody know other than you and the boss? Just keep showing up." So he just kept going back.
Hilarious.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
That is, you're right. That's
legendary status.
That is legendary status.
Nope. Got too much going on. Sorry, I can't be bothered with you firing me.
Yeah, I've got too much work going on right now.
Wow. Just convince your boss, like, listen, I'm too vital. You can't lose me right now. That is so funny. Olivia's got one. I worked in a big box retail electronics store in college. All hands meeting. right? So
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
60-ish employees.
Oh gosh.
Management fired a guy right before the meeting, and before he walked out, he stood up in front of the crowd and said, "Well, I'm gonna miss you all. These idiots fired me because they think I've been stealing stuff, and well, I haven't."
Okay.
Right then, an iPhone came tumbling out of his hoodie pocket and hit the floor, sealed in a box with the company's inventory and anti-theft stickers still on it.
I mean, except for that.
I mean,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know how that got in there.
I don't know what that is.
You know what? Somebody set me up.
All right, we'll do one more. Tony from St. Matthews texted in. My work bestie made a fake doctor's note. HR felt something was up. Was like, man, this note doesn't look right. So they called the doctor's office.
No.
The doctor who, quote, signed the note no longer worked there and hadn't for a while.
Well, when does that ever happen? Has anybody ever called on a doctor's note before?
I'm telling you now, I'm like, oh,
Did he write
maybe
it by hand? Like, this is to excuse Tom.
Well, did you ever give your school, like your high school, a note from your parents saying you couldn't go to school today because of a doctor's appointment or something, and handwrite it yourself, like from your mom's handwriting? It's all right. Enough time has passed.
I don't recall ever doing that, but
You didn't?
no.
Okay, well, neither did I.
Okay.
Okay, well, neither did I.
Me neither.
All right. Good stories there. The awkward ways that you have been let go.
I love the guy that just kept showing up.
He's like,
Nope.
I got too much work to do.
Nope, you can't fire me. I got to do work.